What is going on, everyone? Platinum Beast coming at you with yet another video. Today we are going to be doing Platinum Beast Answers series. I look forward to getting into the comments that you all left for me on last week's video. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, everyone, so Platinum Beast Answers series. We got some very good responses on last week's video. We got fewer than normal, but I think that's because I changed things up a little bit, and so we got less people responding. But nevertheless, we're going to go through these comments and see what you all had to say. Be sure to leave your comment in the comment section down below, letting me know what you would like me to either answer or just let me know down in this comment section that I will read aloud in next week's video. But with all that being said, let's dive right on into these comments. So, up first, we have Mr. PPP, Mr. Pistol Packing Pilot. He says, question or excellent answer, and I agree with that wholeheartedly. Question for this week. Many of the so-called experts, I use that term loosely, recommend 5% of your portfolio be held in gold. Do you follow this advice? And what percentage of your portfolio do you hold in platinum? Spoiler alert, I personally could care less what the so-called experts on Kitco recommend. My favorite fruit is pineapple. So, the pineapple part I mentioned on last week's video. If you watch the entire video to post your favorite fruit, I'm pretty sure PPP is the only one who actually did it. So thank you for watching the whole video, PPP. I really do appreciate it, my friend. But as far as your question, 5% of your portfolio be held in gold. Do I follow that? How much do I hold in platinum? I think if you are an extremely wealthy individual, 5% is a solid percentage of your portfolio. I think if you are just a growing stacker, investor, someone slowly growing your wealth. See, I'm on the younger scale of things, right? So I think that it's smarter for me, a younger person, and PPP, I would consider you a fairly younger person as well. I believe you mentioned one time ago you aren't in your latter years. So I think when you are a very older, perhaps retired individual, 5% is a great area to be in. But I think if you are slowly growing over time, that means your overall holdings are going to grow over time, and so you need to grow that gold as well. So I don't see a problem with having more than 5% in gold personally. It also depends on what your goals are and what you plan to achieve. I think it also depends on what you think of gold. I think it's one of the most solid assets a person can own. But as far as your question, platinum, what percentage of my holdings are in platinum? I haven't done the exact math, so I can't get you an exact number, unfortunately. But I am very, very heavy in platinum, to say the least. I'm probably somewhere around, I would say 20 to 30% in platinum. So I'm heavy invested in platinum, but I know that's not everyone's cup of tea, and probably most people aren't in that same sort of ratio, so to speak. But I just believe in platinum that much that I think that it should hold a very heavy place in my investment portfolio. But that's just me, and that's just my opinion. But as far as the 5% gold, I think, again, if you're an older, wealthier individual, 5% is not bad. I think if you're younger, it's not a problem to stack as much gold as you possibly can, as well as other assets and things of that nature. Especially if you're young and you've just started out a new job and they offer you a 401k that you get when you retire and when you're 65, let that 401k be a good chunk of your investment over time, and then just stack gold with your extra money. Don't really think about the percentages too much. I mean, is it probably beneficial? Yeah, but I think it's really just stack and invest as much as you can until you reach that older age. Then once you're older and you're sitting on a huge pile of money because you've been financially smart your whole life, then you can allocate certain funds to certain assets. So 5% in gold, this percent in stocks with dividends or growth or whatever your type of investment strategy is. And then silver and platinum can be another 5 or 10% or whatever you may see fit. But that's just what I think about that, PPP. And that's just my opinions on that topic. But great question nonetheless. You always post really good questions, and I appreciate you, my friend. So thank you. Everyone should go check out PPP's channel. He's got a great channel. Up next, we got Mr. Aloha Stacker says, another great Q&A beast. No questions this week, but next I will have something for sure. Well, thank you, Aloha. I really do appreciate it. You are a loyal follower of my channel as well, and everyone should go check out you as well, my friend. So thank you. Up next, we got Mr. Space Lord says, I'm bullish on PT, but honestly, I don't buy into the fuel cell argument. The technology is already highly mature. It's been rejected, mostly due to hydrogen shortage challenges, poor energy density, and superior convenience of batteries. Okay, I can see where you're going with that, and I do think I see some valid points in your argument. It definitely would boil down to being able to... See, the thing about it is, hydrogen is the most abundant, or at the very least, one of the most abundant, if not the most abundant, energy source, if you consider it that, the world has. Because where does hydrogen reside mostly? Water, H2O, hydrogen 2, oxygen. So, with that being said, 75% of the world, I know it's not exactly that percentage, but close to that percentage of the world is comprised of a mixture of hydrogen and oxygen. Now, we need oxygen to breathe, but if we can extract that hydrogen, we don't necessarily need it as much. And the thing about it is, there's just so much hydrogen in the world that, I mean, if we ever ran out of it, the world would just be extinct by way before we ever even ran out of that. So it's kind of like the argument with the oil. A lot of people think we're going to run out of oil. I don't know that I agree with that argument, but a lot of people think it. But hydrogen would be near impossible to run out of. And because it's so abundant, if we could figure out a way to make it cost efficient to extract and use and things of that nature, I mean, it could be a very cost-effective energy source. But I don't know. We'll just have to see where the technology goes. I understand what you're saying, though. It has been somewhat rejected and storage challenge. There have been challenges and things of that nature. I will say that. So we'll just have to wait and see. But as far as long distance and stuff like planes and trains and rockets and stuff, I just don't see them running off batteries. I mean, it just doesn't seem very viable. And the thing about batteries is batteries simply just store energy. But that energy that it's storing is electricity. And that electricity was created. And it was not created out of thin air. You can use water, wind, solar, fossil fuels, natural gas, coal. All different kinds of energy sources are used to make electricity. It's not, I mean, it might be naturally forming lightning and, static and stuff like that. But generally speaking, it's not a very naturally forming energy source. We don't just get it from the earth typically very naturally. Yes, there's lightning rods and stuff and they absorb the energy. But realistically speaking, most batteries get filled with electricity from other fuel sources. So hydrogen could prove to be the most cost-effective and environmentally friendly. That's another kind of point to kind of throw in there a little bit. But we'll just have to wait and see, Space Lord. We will just have to wait and see. I do appreciate your comment, though, Space Lord. I really do, my friend. And I look forward to seeing more comments from you. Up next, we got Benny Benny. He says, I won't say who, but a major car company is claiming that they are not moving most of their products to electric vehicles, at least not now anyways. Turns out that most households with an electric vehicle also have a gas car too, just in case of those long-distance trips. The auto industry is slow right now, but that doesn't mean they aren't testing catalytic converters anymore. Okay, so that's got to be Fiat Chrysler that you're talking about, because they do not care about gas mileage and they do not very well care about electricities. Now, I could be wrong, but that's what my guess would be as far as which auto manufacturer does not care about electric cars. But that is a great point you make. A lot of people have gas and electric in their household. Also, I want to mention, now your area may be very different than mine, but I know multiple people. And when I say I know multiple people, I know them. They went from electric back to gas. I know one individual sold their Tesla, bought a Prius. I know another individual sold their Nissan Leaf, bought a Nissan Altima. So those that are getting it aren't necessarily staying in the electric cars. So who knows? We'll just have to wait and see on that. But that's a great point you make, my friend, and I really do appreciate your comment. So thank you. Up next, we got Mr. Neil Hunt said, buy silver and platinum. Yes, indeed. Buy silver and platinum. And gold. But thank you, Neil Hunt, for your comment. And last but not least, we got Michael Ross said he was first. And yes, indeed, you were, my friend. So thank you and congratulations on that. Pretty short answer series this week, I must say. Be sure to just, again, get your comments in down below so that I will read them out on next week's video. I appreciate everyone for stopping by and checking out the video today. Be sure to leave a comment in the comment section down below, letting me know anything you'd like me to know and read out on next week's video. Also, as a fun bonus round, post your favorite color in the comment section down below to let me know that you made it to the end of this video. So with all that being said, guys, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, you know the drill. And with all that being said, until next time, we'll see y'all.